Right, so I'm ready to trim this fail cover jar, lidded jar. I turned it into a shallow bowl. Actually, I'm going to turn it into a colander. So I'm going to trim it. Before I trim, usually you like to know what exactly the thickness of the bottom. So here is the demonstration. I put 3 pieces of my measuring tool together, and the outside is 59 and inside is 50. Okay, so 59 minus 50 comes to 9 millimeters. So before I started, I already know how thick the bottom is, so I have an idea how much clay I can remove from the bottom. So that's what this rule is all about, okay? And while I'm trimming, I will keep on checking. And my goal for leaving the centerpiece here, it's within 3 millimeters, okay, 3 to 4 millimeters. I will just check it within 3 millimeters. So meaning I could go 6 millimeters deep, okay? I'm going down 6 millimeters. So first, and you have to center it again. And since this is going to be a colander, so I will leave my base a little bit wider, so I will have my foot ring around here, right by the border here. I usually put 4 pieces of clay coil to hold it down. You can call it anchor it down. Right, I'm going to use my number 3 carbide tool. I haven't resharpened the tool since February, so it's almost 4 months, and still stay very sharp. So that's the advantage of these carbide tools. They are very hard and they hold the edge much longer. The only disadvantage of it is that it's more expensive, and it's just like ceramics. So once you drop on the floor, especially hard floor, it's gonna be shattered. So that's two disadvantage of it. But if you take good care of it, it lasts forever. I think it lasts for your lifetime. I told you that I will put my foot ring right here, so I am going to just remove the clay from the middle here, and I told you I will go down 6 millimeters. I am anchoring my fingers together. You see that I rest the tool on my thumb, so the tool is more stable. Usually I have my left hand hold it on the outer part of the clay, and then extend my thumb there to stabilize the tool. Okay, so if you don't have the ruler, you can knock it to hear the sound. Once the wall is thinner, the pitch sounds higher. So that's how you know that you kind of guess or estimate that's the right thickness. But with my tool, you could just go ahead and check it. And now it's about 5, so it's very close. And hear the sound? Yeah, it's very close. And then so when it's very close, I will bring my number 2 carbide tool. You can use the same stainless steel tool. It's a similar shape. and to refine the corners and smooth the bottom. And the tool is bevel on all the edges, so you can use all of them to trim. Like that, or if you could use that tip. Just that when you are trimming, you can spin the wheel a bit faster and move the tool slowly. That way your surface will be smoother. Okay. So spin the wheel faster and move the tool slowly. Okay, sounds good. And then take care of this corner. I'm holding the tool this way, so going down. Maybe I put my finger, my little finger here to support it while I'm trimming it down. Right, so this part here is good now, and I am going to just take care of the outer part. And sometimes when you cut it, actually the foot is not quite level. So by the very final stage, I will level it. Usually I don't level it at the beginning, because when you level it, you lose the height. So it's not going to be very accurate when you are checking the thickness. So I usually do that at the very final stage. And for trying to level, usually you don't want to let the tool to sit on top of it, and that way the tool is going to move with the different wave. So you want to cut from the out, either from the inner part or from the outer part. And spin the wheel a little bit faster. Right, so now I level the foot. And then here I will follow the curve on this part here. It's straight, and there's a little curve here, so I will choose the tool that has curve, and which my number, either number 5 or number 6 is fitting right there. There's a curve is fitting right there, so use that to trim will be better to fit in all the curve from my design. And since I'm going to turn this into a colander, meaning I will cut a lot of holes, so I'm not going to trim it too thin. Just a little bit of a thickness there so that the wall will be stronger. And I cut in a little angle here on the foot rim, so that if you accidentally bump into something, it's not going to chip off. If you have a corner too sharp, sometimes when you bump into something, it might chip off. Right, so there's still a little bump here that because the clay is in the way, so sometimes you cannot reach all the way down. So after you remove the clay, you could take care of it. I have a way to do it easily without put it upside down and recenter it. Also, this is one of the invention. So it's clear plastic glass and with a lot of circles, so you will be able to find your center easily. And then this free spinner, drop in right there in the center. It's going nowhere. So that's the setup. So finding your center easily, and then just push this piece down. There is a down pressure. So when there's a down pressure and you try to trim, you are not going to knock off your piece. So you could take care of the bottom corner. Right, so that's how I do it, and I could burnish a little bit. If you find out the surface is a little bit too dry, add a little bit of water before you could burnish it. You can rehydrate the surface a bit so that when you burnish, you will be able to do a better job. Okay, so that's the burnish. Okay, remove. Right, so you see that curve, this curve from top, the curve follows from the angle. See the curve? Okay, so with my number 5 or number 6 trimming tool, you will be able to take care of this kind of curve. Right now, I show you in my previous video using the wood drill bit. Okay, this is cutting the hole on the wood, so it's nice. And just go. Alright, so this is the supposed to be a one-piece little job, but I didn't have enough clay, so actually the top collapsed a little bit. So then I just cut it open and then I bring it out and then turn it into a shallow bowl. And now I'm turning it into a colander. So just to show you, sometimes you don't need to be stick to your original plan. Maybe you can change something else. Thanks for watching.